guys, it's again to join back with another video.
Matrix.
So guys, for those of you who do follow my IG will know that I have a daughter who's 2 years, and I finally come up with this, and I made a live. Instead of doing a YouTube video, I went on a live and with our next YouTuber, Mama Kiki, and I went on a live and I explained how it happened, when it happened, and I basically answered most of your questions on our live. And Mama Kiki insisted that I did this video and just basically, which is everybody's reaction. So when I first came out with it, and basically everybody's reaction, and yeah, that's it, and the reason why I took so long to come out with her. So before we get into this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and get the snacks. I mean, because these people's reactions will kind of good and kind of bad, because you know, and everything you do and everything you say or anything about you, it always has some type of negative. It always has some negative, some way, somehow. Right? So I will be, however, putting up a few screenshots of, and probably like a few screen recordings of some people's reaction. And yeah. So firstly, I'm gonna touch on why it takes so long to come. The reason for that being is my child father and I are not together.
I said what I said, okay?
And he has a crazy girlfriend. Very, very crazy. Who somehow thinks in her head that him and I are involved in some way or the other, which we are not.
I only have time to laugh.
And yeah, so she has a crazy girlfriend and they live together and stuff like that, and she, you know, never wanted him minding his daughter, stuff like that. And however, he didn't really care about her at first. It was he used to go behind her back and still come and see his daughter and pick her up and go and stuff with her and stuff like that. And then eventually it comes to a point where he say, you know what, that my daughter and I take care of my daughter, whether or not what you think or whatever you say. So now he does take care of his daughter and she knows about it and she really can't do anything about it. So yeah, it really wasn't no long it really wasn't a long reason as to why I take so long to come out with her. That's basically the reason. And the fact that people are just negative, and at the time I used to care a lot about other people's opinions, and I wanted to protect her from all that negativity and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, she getting older, and I can't keep she away for much longer, because she eventually gonna have to start school. She eventually gonna have to start doing things, and as time progresses, she gets older, and she will somehow come into the public, and people will, you know, see her. So that's the reason why I took so long to come out with her. Now, I'm going to put like the screenshots and the screen recordings on this side, and I'm going to just basically, seeing as I don't already have it, I will just basically explain who and how I felt about the reaction. Now, the first person to know was Cookie, and I will put a screenshot somewhere here. Yeah, first person to know was Cookie, and she had basically, and that was approximately 2 years ago, she had like the best reaction. Like she didn't come down on me, she didn't tell me anything bad, she wasn't negative or anything like that. She was just fully supportive, and she made sure that I was safe and I was good and I was in the right frame of mind and stuff to deal with everything. Second person to know was Mama Kiki, because just because she was there with me for the ultrasound, which she put up her copy because she had a copy of it and she posted it on IG and stuff like that. So, and then, yeah, that was only 2 people outside of immediate family who knew. Oh, so my mom did not know until I moved back, until I met her, because I was not living with my mom at the time. So until I met her is when my mom found out. And my mother was supportive because, I mean, she was an edible and she really couldn't do anything about it. Nobody can do anything about it, so, yeah. Next person who, this wasn't their reaction, was so like, it's Judy. That's like Ariel. Close person. She found out when along as just as everybody else found out, which was like a couple weeks ago. And that's how she found out. And I will put this screen recording and she reaction because it was just so like, Then we have people from my school. It was all up here. Then we have people from my school. And like I was so shocked with some people's reaction from school because I really interact with I don't interact with anybody from school since quarantine has started per se. The people I used to talk to in school, people who I used to be around, the people who I used to surround myself with, them and I don't speak anymore. So when they replied, and some of them were positive, some of them were negative, when they responded to it, it was, shocking. It was really, really shocking to see. Then I had people that I didn't know, which I would put. Have people who I didn't responded as well, and showed a lot of love and support. It have a next YouTuber. Her name is Jizzle. I'll put her YouTube link in the description along with Mama Kiki's link in the description, and I'll put a screenshot of her YouTube. You'll go subscribe to her. Jizzle and I, she responded with a lot of positivity, and I appreciate that. And that is just real people responded, and real people just pop back up in my life and claim that they care, and all these things. And a lot of people ask this year, which I'm not going to do anytime soon because I am yet still not going to put my daughter out there because that's none of the business. Seeing her is none of your business. So yeah. Then it had 2 girls with a lot of negativity making claims that I should like my baby, you are doing it for attention, this, that, and it. So yeah, everything you do in life, or everything you say, or some part of you is always judged and criticized, and it always has negative people who have nothing better to do at the time but sit down and talk about our one situation forever and ever and ever, and make rumors about a whole set of things and all these things. So yes, it had the good people, and it had the negative people, right? And throughout all of that, throughout this whole experience with exposing the fact that I have a daughter, I learned a lot, I realized a lot, I looked at a lot of people, because even family was still off about it and had the most to say, and family, so much less for strangers, so much less for people that I don't really care or need for, right? And that's basically it, because just really wanted to put everybody's reaction out there, and the reason was why I took so long to bring it out in the open. And I just want to say to everybody out there who went through a teen pregnancy, who is a teen and pregnant right now and stuff, at the end of the day, you have to keep your head up, you have to look up, and you have to keep your head up, because there are going to be haters, there are going to be people who are going to be saying the most, and there are going to be negative people, but you have to keep your head up and keep God the center of your life. On that note, honestly, I just want to say, big up all of them who fall for that prank because that prank, that prank was. I let that ass fall for our own prank.
I said what I said, okay?
No, I don't say teen pregnancy is a bad thing, but I let that ass get pranked like everybody.
And to be honest, it's to see how, people be so judgmental, even though, you make a little mistake. It's real sad, but big up to the ones that, support prank.
And just stop around.
Yes, so this is for you to know, all who for you, even if you have to fall and make a mistake. And to the ones out there who, did make a mistake or did fall by the wayside, all you can get up and go again because life goes on. And I supporting mistake or no mistake. We are all human. Big up prank.
Okay. Come and say and subscribe. And I know for a fact that I gonna get real cussed because this prank went on for a good while. Big up to Cookie, big up to Mama Kiki for helping me with this prank. And big up to my mother because if it wasn't for she, I wouldn't be able to do this prank. But at the end of the day, regardless, it was just a prank. I hope all enjoyed it while it lasted because it was really a successful prank. And as my mother said, even if you make a mistake, you can get back up. And that is just that. And that is the end of the video. Guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we out.